everything's going to go bad.
Fred boarded up his entire apartment.
There's going to be a new reality show. This has to be completely inspired by us.
Fred, now they won't know you killed your wife and dogs 2 weeks ago. They'll think they died in the hurricane.
There you go.
Yeah.
It'll be a perfect
for
cover.
the beans,
Yeah,
pal.
perfect cover.
Thanks for spilling the beans. I thought you were a friend.
New game show, The People's Champions.
Yes.
Have you heard of this?
No.
It's going to be on the FX cable channel.
Oh, it's sure to be a huge hit. Everything else they're producing is becoming huge.
Well, I thought they were going highbrow, but listen to this. Friday, September 19th is the premiere date, and it will pit regular people against each other to set bizarre, sometimes naughty records, including deep-throating a foot-long kielbasa.
No, that's Kielbasa Queen.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's completely inspired by the show. The furthest tossing, what? The most grapes into a plumber's butt. Oh, tossing grapes into a plumber's butt crack.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like that's been done somewhere else.
And producing the heaviest booger. That may be,
It might be an original.
one innovation.
But
I walked by, JD was watching the kielbasa segment, and, the girl does it, it's pretty hot, and then the girl does it, it's pretty hot, and then a guy did it. It was so disgusting. You don't want to see a guy deep-throating a kielbasa.
why don't you get the Kielbasa Queen? Just didn't want it to look too much like this show.
Yeah, maybe they found some other talent.
They also have a guy finding the guy who can fart the most contest, which is what we...
Well, they do it in an elevator.
All right.
So that's what they're doing. There's a little twist on everything, but they're calling it the People's Champions, and you can see that on the FX network.
All right.
So we're continuing to contribute to culture.
But nobody wants to admit it.
Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez.
Yes.
They seem to have gotten gotten on with their lives in a very good fashion. They both seem to have had a good weekend without each other.
Yeah, they appear to be completely psychotic. He went off and started gambling and lost a huge amount of money, which is what he does anyway. And she immediately was dancing with hot guys
Down in Florida.
With their hands all over them.
Yeah. So it seems that they're okay with this breakup.
They apparently have no ability to realize that they were just in a relationship where they were just about to get married.
No.
Now they're absolutely psychotic.
I don't understand it at all. I've never seen anything like this, but maybe the whole relationship was a publicity stunt. That's the only way to describe it. And they're saying Jennifer Lopez is not the only one having a tough time in relationship right now. Linda Lopez is having a rocky time.
Where does it say this?
In the paper today.
The legitimate paper?
This is the Post.
Oh, that's very legitimate. Go ahead, yes. What do they say?
They say that she's having a rocky time with her boyfriend, Entertainment Tonight stud Chris Booker.
Why?
Linda and Chris just got axed by Blink 102.7.
Right.
And it has been rough. She is a tough cookie, they say, and pretty bossy, according to their spies.
She is very bossy, but she needs to be bossy with him because he needs to be put in line a little bit if he's going to be in a relationship. And as far as I know, the two of them are very much together. We're together all weekend. And when I called them yesterday on the air, they were in the car together.
So you don't think there's any rocks in that relationship?
Oh, there absolutely is.
That's
I believe
the story.
I believe the report entirely.
You need to be bossy with Booger.
Thank you, Mother.
And it's Fashion Week. You're big on fashion, so I'm sure you're aware that it's Fashion Week.
I've been invited to some of the fashion shows.
Are they offering you anything?
Yes.
What?
They offered, if I came down there with my girlfriend, they offered a dress for her to wear to the fashion show.
There you go.
And does she get to keep it?
I don't know. Who cares? I'm not going.
No, I'm just saying that was what the point of the story was. They're apparently paying stars to sit at these runway shows.
Oh, I'll do that. What do they pay?
Beyonce Knowles and Chris Judd, they're claiming, got up to $25,000 each to attend one of these fashion shows. Yes.
They have to pay Chris Judd to show up at a fashion show?
That's amazing.
Pay me. I'll do it. $25,000. All I got to do is
sit there for $25,000.
all I have to do is watch the show?
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'm better than Chris Judd.
You know what this is?
Now they're saying he got the $25,000. there's another report. According to Women's Wear Daily, Lara Flynn Boyle is asking for $25,000 to go to one of these fashion shows, but she hasn't been getting it.
Who did she call?
I don't know.
Do you have any fashion? I'll call right now on the air and get myself I'll take $25,000 to watch a bunch of chicks walk around.
You know what, Robin? This is a news show because that's the most fascinating piece of information I've ever. Chris Judd gets paid to go to something. He should be begging to get it.
Hey, Gary.
Begging to get it.
Let's get on the phone.
Call every fashion show and tell them I'm available for $25,000 to $50,000.
And if you go to Milan when they do it in Italy, they say you can get up to $150,000.
I'll do that too. I would love to see Italy. You telling me all I got to do is watch the show?
That's what they're saying. You go to the show. And the money doesn't include your transportation or anything. You still get a car.
That's okay. I'll get my own car.
You don't have to pay for it.
I'm telling you, I'm giving them a bonus.
You'll be the star who provides your own car.
For $1 million, I'll give you Robin, Fred, Artie, Benji, and me.
Yeah, we'll all sit in the front.
$1 million.
Me and Benji at a fashion show.
And Robin will get top.
Oh, they don't need that.
Yes, they do. They need something for $1 million. I got to give them something.
They say that Donatella Versace is very generous with her yacht and her villa if you come to her fashion show.
I don't care about that. I just want money.
You don't want that? You
No.
want... They say this money that they're talking about now is the first time they've heard of people ever really getting paid cash money
I will do
at
it.
the New York shows.
And I create quite a scene.
Oh, there'll be lots of press. You'll get in the paper.
Press will go berserk.
Something to think about.
And I'll act real stupid.
So there you go. You could be making money for sitting and watching the girls parade around on the runway.
I'll bring Beetlejuice.
That'll get a lot of attention.
You mean you could get money for sitting down doing nothing and just looking at hot chicks all day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that what I do?
Well, sometimes we make you pelt guys.
Oh, yeah.
We make you pay. They have been doing a survey at the
Survey says?
at the airports to see what goes on in the restrooms.
Oh, yes, I read this. This is disturbing news.
A survey last month in the restrooms of major airports found an alarming number of people don't wash up after using the facility, exposing themselves to the risk of infection. And guess where the worst offenders were? Kennedy Airport, where more than 30% of the travelers flew off without washing up.
Yeah. Well, sometimes in those airport bathrooms, you make a decision. You go, you know what? I think I'm better off not touching the water and the soap dish and everything else.
I used one Sunday and I sprinted out.
You might end up dirtier.
Yeah. I mean, your penis is the cleanest thing in the bathroom.
I know.
Honestly, well, I just get out of those places.
You're saying you can't touch the soap.
They stink, Robin. It stinks.
Because the sink is filthy. So in order to wash up, you have to touch the dirty, filthy sink. Sometimes what I do is I don't even touch my penis. I just pull my underwear down a little bit, and I use my underpants as the holder of my penis. Wow. I pee, and my hands never touch my genitals. And then I go, you know what? I haven't touched anything. I'm not going to wash up because the sink is filthy from all these scumbags touching it. What do you think of that?
No, I agree with you.
What do you think, Robin?
Well, if you're not touching yourself
I'm not wiping,
anywhere,
I'm not touching.
you have no reason. There's a good reason for you walking out without washing up. You haven't touched anything.
When you got to do a number 2 at an airport bathroom, and I've had to do it, sometimes I take down my pants like Irene Cara. I cry. It's like Coco. It's disgusting.
By contrast, in Toronto International Airport, 95% of the travelers washed their hands after using the facility. Apparently, because of the recent SARS outbreak up there, people are more conscious about not transmitting disease.
If I was making a duty, I'd wash my hands. Or I'd use a chopstick.
Well, you know what? It's a good
which I've done.
Chopstick.
I carry chopsticks with me. I pick out anything I need to. Like a water pick.
No, I'm going to start just having that antiseptic rub stuff on me all the time.
I have that with me all the time.
So that I don't have to deal with the dirty anything.
I carry a hand sanitizer. Or once I had Ronnie wipe me at an airport.
And then he didn't wash up.
No, he washed.
He did?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that he gets disease?
And if it's really messy, I have the gardener hose me down.
Come here.
Anything else, Rob?
I did wash up after.
Good.
They have made an arrest in the killing of Yetunde Price, who is the sister of Venus and Serena Williams.
Yes, this is a miracle. They've got right on it, the cops. Cops are good on this.
They arrested a guy, Aaron Michael Hammer. They say he pumped at least one of the bullets into Yetunde Price's chest after her encounter with some gunmen on Sunday. She was sitting in a car, as I said, with a friend of hers, and it turns out the friend has a bit of a shady background.
Look how good the cops are. You know, no one ever compliments the guy. They got the guy right away, next day.
Well, they're looking for a few more people. Roland Warmley was the guy who was sitting in the car with her and was untouched with all this shooting going on. They called him an acquaintance of Price. He has a lengthy arrest record, including one arrest for selling drugs. Warmley pleaded no contest in August 2001 to selling and transporting pot, a crime for which he landed a 1-year jail term. He violated his parole by being at the scene of the shooting, so he was arrested immediately.
Wow.
And was also in possession of an assault weapon. So it seems very strange that she should be in the company of this man.
Yeah.
But another interesting thing I found out, the father of Venus and Serena is not the father of the 3 older girls.
Wow.
His only daughters are Venus and Serena.
Oh, my goodness. How's Andre Agassi doing?
He's fine.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Was his sister teabagged or?
No, nothing's happened to her. But my point is that I always wondered why the other sisters weren't athletes. The father is only the father of Venus and Serena. And he decided to have himself 2 tennis stars, and he made that come true. As you said, the California recall has been delayed. Yesterday, a federal court put the brakes on the California recall, throwing the whole race into a turmoil. They said that this is bad for Arnold because he was doing very well and campaigning effectively, and now they're dragging things out. The election will not be held now on October 7th.
What about Gary Coleman and Mary Carey? How are they handling it?
They seem to be okay. They need as much time as they can get. They said part of the problem was that some of the precincts would have to use those punch card voting machines like they did in Florida that caused the fiasco in the 2000 general election. So they have decided to delay until those machines are fixed or taken out of the whole race. So now people are carrying on, and even Arnold is urging the state to go to the Supreme Court to try to have the delay overturned. Meanwhile, Arnold and Maria have appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show.
They
They were on yesterday.
How much of a weird session was that? I heard a little bit of it.
I don't know. I haven't heard or seen any of it. But
Maria acts like his mother. If Arnold goes, I did some outrageous interviews about pumping up, and Maria goes, my father and mother are listening. Arnold, you can't say that. She's almost like his mom.
What are they, like a comedy routine?
I don't know. He doesn't need her.
She also came off a little Hillary Clintonish to me when the subject of his womanizing or any of that stuff came up. She said, I know my husband,
He's
and
a
I
famous
make my
dude.
opinions on my husband based on how I know my husband, and I know he is always respectful to women.
Well, there's a good woman.
Now, does that mean she also knows that he cheats with these women he's respecting? I don't know.
All I know is that's a good girl. That makes up for a lot of mistakes. A lot of women ought to memorize that answer.
Well, anyway, that's already happened, and Arnold will be coming here, or calling here.
I told Maria, eating ain't cheating. We got to take a break. We'll do the rest of the news for you right after this.
What is it about Howard Stern
Yeah.
that rubs all toupee-wearing disc jockeys the wrong way?
Well, I call that kind of radio schlock shock radio. Most people just call it shock.
Radio 92.3 K-Rock. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show.
Thank you. I have a hard time with that. I don't believe that guy Kim Cattrall's banging on the TV show. I don't believe that guy would look at her.
I said, that she's having trouble holding his hand and saying I love you doesn't work for me.
Yeah, should be the other way around. He'd be like, you know what, you old bag, I'm going to bang you, but keep your mouth shut.
Yeah,
don't tell
let's
anyone.
not be seen in public together.
Yeah. All right, Robin, let's wrap up the news because you know what? Why not?
All right. The Hilton sisters.
I'm in love with that Paris Hilton boy. She's hot.
There's one that's better looking than the other, right?
Yeah, Paris is better looking than Nicky.
Okay. I thought, because I saw a picture of Nicky the other day, I was like, I thought it might be Paris, but I was like, gee, she doesn't look very good. And it was Nicky Hilton.
And I know what you're going to say. Paris doesn't wear underwear underneath her skirt, right?
That's not my news, no.
Oh.
Really?
That should be. And Britney Spears evidently went out the other day with a skirt without any underpants.
Did somebody catch something?
And they got a picture of her in the paper in a little skirt. She looks cute.
Yeah.
Make up your mind.
I know. I can't. Some pictures she looks kind of piggy, and then now she looks kind of hot. I'd definitely bang her, though. There's no question.
Either way.
I'd bang the Hilton sisters and Britney Spears. And
what I was going to say was that Joe Francis, who was in here the other day, who told us he has some kind of a relationship with Paris Hilton, they say they were fighting.
I bet you they were fighting about what he said on this show.
I think it might have been. They said they definitely had a big blowout over something, according to a spy. It was around 2:30 in the morning. They left separately.
Hey, if that guy Joe from Girls Gone Wild can get her, I got a feeling I could have gotten her.
Absolutely.
I mean, absolutely. It's not a slam dunk.
I think by
They
that
might not have any
comparison,
chemistry.
I don't think her and Joe have any chemistry either.
Before she departed, Paris danced on a tabletop without the benefit of underwear.
See, I told you.
There's your chemistry right there.
And her sister gave an unidentified date a lap dance, like you wouldn't believe.
I asked him if Paris was smart, and he said, yeah, on Sundays when she's not drinking.
Right, when she's sober.
She's got to be pissed about that.
You think that would have
Yeah.
kicked her off?
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, it's nice to know that
Yeah, Stern, yeah.
their relationship is a little rocky, too.
Yeah.
They have released, medical marijuana and pot. I guess it's okay to smoke pot if you have a medical condition up in Canada.
Yeah.
But, they said, people who need medical marijuana shouldn't have to go to somebody on the street to get it. The government should be producing this marijuana for
I know a doctor prescribed weed if you have a cold.
Yeah, what's his
That's
number?
a terrible prescription for a cold.
I'm going to give you 2 joints for your cold. Doc, I have a sore throat. I'm going to prescribe weed.
Hide the lid.
I'm going to prescribe a lid.
Well, all I was going to say was the Canadian government started distributing its own marijuana to these patients with the medical marijuana, and the patients are saying it's terrible. That the pot that the government is giving them is bad pot.
It's
I'll
bad
tell you
weed.
what, the pot you can get on the street now is so incredibly strong. One hit and you're flying. That's it. One pull.
Well, it seems that the people on the street know better what to do with it than the government.
Mm-hmm.
They know what they're doing. John Ritter had a quiet family funeral yesterday. There were very little details released, so his family has put him away.
Suzanne Summers didn't barge in and say something?
I demand to be here and speak.
I think that's why they had it quietly before she could find out where it was.
We made up.
He was a physical genius.
A memorial service is in the works, and of course, ABC will air a special 1-hour tribute to the actor, hosted by Diane Sawyer, instead of airing back-to-back repeats of 8 Simple Rules that it had originally scheduled. And among those you'll see on this special are Suzanne Summers and other people who have worked with John Ritter.
Hey, how was the Sharon Osborne talk show? I wanted to see that.
I haven't seen it yet. I know it debuted yesterday.
They give horrible reviews in the paper.
Yeah. But,
I can't imagine Sharon as a talk show host. She's a good guest. I can't imagine her hosting a show, though. She's not really a broadcaster. But, hey, who knows? I got to give it a look. She's coming in soon anyway to promote it.
Well, you better see it before she gets in here so you'll know what to say.
I'll watch it today.
Now, how did I lose my little papers again? I tell you, this happens to me all the time. Oh, there they are. Beyoncé Knowles has become a huge star, not only of recording, but of the movies now. She's in a new movie called The Fighting Temptations, which opens on Friday, in which she stars opposite Cuba Gooding Jr.
Boy, he's in more bad movies.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be able to get in a good one.
He can't get arrested with a good one.
Here she is on why this role appealed to her. A1.
I wanted to play someone less glamorous. And that's actually how I got involved. I told my agent the next movie, I don't want to have on makeup. I want to
I want to keep it real.
Regular, and I want to have real issues. I don't want to be, good
I want to have some real issues.
Perfect or whatever. I
or
want
whatever.
to have problems that, like everyone else, and like every woman. So he gave me the script, and I was like
reading this here script.
Cuba's work, and
it was a lot of work to read that there script.
It just seemed great.
Felt like school all over again.
And I wasn't the star, so I was able to not have so much pressure on myself.
Yeah, no hair extensions.
And here she talks about her future in entertainment. What else would she like to do? A2.
I would like to do it all.
I want to do a big musical.
Here's what I'd like to do.
Like Chicago or Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge. We want to do it again. They just made one, but we want to do another one with me. And I want to play an ugly girl.
I want Big Bush.
I want to get ugly roles like Whoopi Goldberg type roles.
Yeah. Au naturel.
Then I'd like to remake some of those John Wayne movies, except me as John Wayne.
Yeah, Stagecoach with Beyonce Knowles.
And then I would like to take over John Ritter's role in that show of his, the hit show.
Years from now, I want to win an Oscar and a Tony Award. I want to do Broadway.
I want to be an astronaut. And then I want to be a Wookiee in the next Star Wars movie.
Do a movie a year.
And then I want ice cream.
Destiny's Child, Beyonce, alternating albums every year.
All right.
So she got it all mapped out.
Yeah. I want to play Abe Lincoln in a school play in high school. I want to go back to high school.
I want to be president.
I want to win the record for putting the most amount of chopsticks in a very bad place. Shoving them in there.
Oh, by the way, they have ABC is considering killing off John Ritter's character in his TV show. They could have the father die.
I want him to come back as a computer ghost. Why don't they do that? They got enough voice tracks where they could
have him be a ghost on the show?
Have him be a ghost, like Topper.
So they're going to have the father die, maybe, and then base the show around Katie Segal.
What's the daughter's name on the show?
I don't know. I haven't watched it that much.
Hello, simple teenage girl. It's your father from beyond. Me, it's John Ritter, goddammit.
I have more rules about how to date you.
More rules. I'm watching every move you make, you son of a bitch. You're embarrassing me. Look at me. Can you hear me? Huh? Hello? What's mach to do? What's wrong with you? Hello?
Nobody's listening to the ghost.
This is John Ritter's Ghost.
It's a funny episode of no one listens to it.
Boy, against all odds, that show turned out to be a hit.
Yeah.
ABC's freaking out. Finally had a hit.
And the star has to die.
The head of ABC was at the funeral crying.
He was shedding more tears than anybody. He was really broken up.
Believe me, the other people on the show, that sitcom paycheck every week is nice. They got to already be thinking.
Oh, God, that is like a money tree in your backyard, man.
Oh, yeah, that's a real blow.
Oh.
See, I wouldn't have him. What I would do is, I would do a show where John Ritter gets mugged and acid is thrown in his face, and then he has bandages for at least one, episode, and then they take it off.
A lot of plastic surgery.
And then they take off and it's John Lovitz or Tom Arnold.
Hello.
Hello, I'm your father. I still feel it's me, John Ritter. Or John Ritter gets a case of, what do they call that when you lock yourself in your room in your house?
Agoraphobia?
Yeah, he gets agoraphobia. And he doesn't leave his room, so everyone has to talk to him through the bedroom door. And they get like Fred Travalina to play John Ritter. I don't want you dating him. But Dad, you can't even see him. You're locked in a room.
I want you to meet my boyfriend, Dad. Come out.
Or maybe just animate the whole show.
Well, then everybody gets fired.
Right. 8 simple rules for dating my cartoon daughter. Or get Snoop Dogg to replace John Ritter.
There you go. And act as if nothing changed.
Yeah, just put him in there. The following week.
You can make him like Charlie.
Dad.
Charlie's Angels.
Now, I had something else to ask you.
What about a John Ritter puppet? Like they did with Alf.
There you go.
Cranking.
I know what a pratfall is, but what's a spitfire?
Spitfire is when, let's say you're drinking some water and someone says, Dad, I'm gay, and you go, poof.
Oh, okay.
He spit the water out.
Because they said you could always expect one of those from John Ritter when he was working on the set.
He was a genius of Spitfire.
I've also heard spit take, you could call it.
Spit take, okay, yes. I didn't know what that was, but they said he was good for that at least once a half hour.
Absolutely.
Suzanne Summers said he was genius at that.
Yes, and she cried.
Jason Biggs is in the new Woody Allen movie, Anything Else?
Jason Biggs!
Doing a spit take for me?
I sure am, honey.
That's got to be a misprint. Jason Biggs.
Yeah, the apple pie guys in a Woody Allen film.
Hey-o!
Here's what Woody Allen requires from his actors. A4.
His biggest requirement out of his
is that we take his giant glasses and burn ants with them.
actors is that performances are as real and conversational, natural.
He demands that. Every director demands that, you dolt.
Want it to be as
Want
opposed
to be
to
as real as possible.
The other directors want you to be fake.
Actually, he demands that we give him phone numbers for 12-year-old girls. But I don't want to say that on the interview.
As possible. And
the other thing he likes us to do is memorize our lines.
He wants it to seem conversational.
All right. Anything else, Robin? I can't take it with
Nicolas Cage is in Matchstick Men,
Yeah.
and here he is on working with his co-star Alison Lohman. B1.
Allison is effortless. I
Effortless.
don't see the acting. She's so smooth and full
And when she moves her bowels, solid gold bullion comes out.
of life and fascinating to watch. And she really approached the character where she...
All right. Anything else, Robin?
And here's Ridley Scott on what he admires about Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage actually can produce menstrual blood. I've never seen another actor do this. I asked him if he could do it, and he did it, and it's menstrual blood that doesn't stain anything, actually. Quite a genius.
because he's such a chameleon,
He's a chameleon. He turned himself into a woman and produced menstrual blood.
I mean a true chameleon,
True. True.
some
Some people are half a chameleon.
try and are perceived as changing a lot, but don't really.
He can eat a pizza and poop it out intact in its entirety without digesting it.
They're pretty well the same, but Nick really...
Nick is such a chameleon, he literally climbed a tree and stayed in there for days.
We couldn't find him.
I said, Nick, you're a chameleon.
Makes changes.
And Nick changes colors.
He blended right into the tree.
He became the color of the tree, that's right.
And I've always admired that, so in this instance I thought, here's the man.
The man, he's such a man. He crawled on the ceiling like a spider.
And finally, Bill Murray is in a movie called Lost in Translation.
Bill Murray's a genius.
And Bill was asked if it's easier to do comedy or drama.
You'd have to ask a dramatist, I suppose. But no, I don't think so. I think it's harder to make people laugh than to make them cry.
Bill is such a genius, he can rub his legs together and start a fire. We saw this when we were doing a very, very strange location on an island, and there was no fire available. And I said, Bill, rub your legs together. And he did it.
Lo and behold.
Lo and behold.
Try watching
A true genius. A physical genius.
And finally, do you remember who Tab Hunter is?
I certainly do. He was an actor in the 50s and 60s.
Well, he has now written a biography where he has come out of the closet.
What a total fag!
He's a physically genius person.
Yes, he is admitting
Tab Hunter's
now
gay, huh?
that he's gay. I didn't know that.
I go to the website God Hates Tab Hunter.
So, yeah, Tab Hunter is gay.
Wow, I never knew that.
I didn't either.
I love to learn when someone's gay.
He didn't appear to be gay.
That is fun.
But he was.
Thank you, Robin.
That's what's happening.
All right. Okay. I want to thank Shirley, who called in today,
From GodHatesFags.com.
and GodHatesAmerica.com.
Yeah, her.
And I want to
You
thank
really want to thank her?
Yeah, thank you.
I want to thank Ken, whose twin sister came in naked.
No, she didn't.
Well, she was gonna.
She cried.
I want to thank Tab Hunter, who's gay. And we're going to see tomorrow on Schwarzenegger a woman who aspires to be a car model, and James Brown.
All in one show.
That's right. Sharon Osborne coming soon, Alec Baldwin, Bill O'Reilly, Quentin Tarantino and Daryl Hannah, and many, many other big stars. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Rock Radio 92.3.